Hello Apex Savers viewers, welcome back to our MuleSoft sessions. So this is the second part of Salesforce integration, which is really important. So as I keep saying before starting any slides, please do hands-on. That is really important for you to get more practice. Okay, that way you don't have to worry about interview questions or certification exam. You will remember. Quick agenda for today, we will be discussing about the recap of our previous session as usual, then Salesforce integration. Oh, let me change the agenda because our agenda is to discuss about few other more connectors like update, upsert, query and platform event. So we will be discussing about all these few more important components that are required in our daily projects or real-time projects. All right, so with this probably we will end with the Salesforce integration. So far we will be covering all these operations. Quick recap of previous session. So we have discussed about Salesforce integration, how to create a Salesforce account, and then how you are integrating with Salesforce using MuleSoft. Okay, MuleSoft is a platform now that we are using to integrate with Salesforce, and we have also seen how to connect with two different systems like a MySQL database and Salesforce. Whenever there is a record created in Salesforce, how it is updating in MySQL, we have seen in the first part. So all that you have to do hands-on. Then we have seen the create operation where we have created records, and also we have seen like when and where an object is modified from the Salesforce side, how the MuleSoft is triggered. Okay, so that part is done. I keep sharing this slide every time when I say like when every time when I connect to external systems. So again, external systems are like database, Salesforce, AWS, SFTP, or any external web service, etc. It can be anything, any database or any external system other than MuleSoft. So gather the configuration details that are required to connect to that particular system. As I always say, see what is the request, what kind of security you are having. I keep moving to the next slides because I have explained this already, and also see what kind of response that particular system is returning to us, and good to know how much time it takes to respond. Now you must have seen this Salesforce connector. We have seen like there are many connectors, and I am reiterating like in last session itself I have shown you what are the mandatory configuration details and how we have connected to Salesforce, right? So that is done, and today we are going to discuss about these four different type of connectors, and it will be more interesting because these are the especially for the Salesforce developers, because these are the common things that you do by creating flows from Salesforce side, or creating Apex classes, or creating triggers automation. So how you can do that using MuleSoft, that we are going to see today. All right, so without wasting time, let me first go to the update connector. I have already created flows because it's very simple. Okay, so yesterday we have seen create flow. Okay, and we have created a record create connector, and we have created a record inside a account type. Okay, but now we wanted to update. Okay, update the existing record. How to do that? One quick question: what is meant by update, and what is the difference between update and an upsert? This is the common question that most of you might be having. So update connector only updates the existing records. To tell you, so log into your Salesforce account. Please do log into your Salesforce account. Create a developer account if you don't have one. Okay, let's see what are the existing accounts that are present in. So this is the accounts type, and we see like there are four records. Okay, so I just when I was doing like trial and error, I have updated the names here, account names. But what I wanted to do is now I wanted to update this particular Apex servers. The name should be changed to, so I will open like this. You can see account name here. Usually what we do, if we want to update, we will edit this and we will write something, but that should be automated using MuleSoft, so that we have to do via this one. Again, if you don't know what are the field names, guys, always go to this, click on this settings account, go to advanced setup. You will be landed on this page. Go to object manager, and you are dealing with account, and see fields and relationships. There you will see what is the account name, field name. Okay, that we are going to change it now. Very simple, just like create connector. What we have done is, there is like transfer message, I am converting that into Java because it requires the type as Java, and as the output of Salesforce is Java and we cannot view the Java object in the logs and so I converted that into JSON. So now let me go to my history and go to update. If Salesforce update, I have it already. So I am going to, let me remove this. Okay, let me remove this. I am going to update one of this. So what is the name of this one? Go back. So let me drag this behind the, yep. So there is account name Apex server. So let me copy this and paste it. Okay, this is array of objects. Because why I am passing as an array, not as a single object here? Because the connector itself says that you can update one or more records at a time. At most it will be, there will be a limit for 200. So you can always check the notes or help section. If you go to help section, it updates one or more existing records. When it's one or more, definitely it will be a array of objects. Now see the, so okay, I didn't deploy my application, that's crazy. So let me debug the application as usual and see what it will give. It will give an error. I'll say why. Let it get deployed. So all that you have to do is, guys, go ahead and create a Salesforce account. Meanwhile it is deploying, I am telling you the steps. Try to do hands-on, then only you will get errors. And errors are the best place to, errors are the best way to learn things. So if you're not getting any errors, then you won't be able to understand. If someone else is getting an error, you won't be able to resolve this. So if you're getting errors, you will know more, because you will search like Google, you'll ask ChatGPT, but you will know more information. Even though if it is not related to this particular update, suppose there is an error occurred in update and you want to test it, you will see many things. That way you can, gain more knowledge. So errors are always good. So this is deployed, and try to run it. Okay, so I am here right now and I have converted this array into object. And okay, it is giving error. It's not giving error, but yeah, if you see here what it is saying, it is false. You can observe one more thing. Though it is giving 200, okay, the successful status is false. Okay, that means this is not an error, but Salesforce is giving a response saying that, hey, you're trying to update one record in the account, but it is false. Why? There is a reason here. It is saying like message ID not specified, in update call. Okay, that means it requires an ID. Because what if the name of this Apex service is there in multiple records? How can it know that you have to update this particular record? Just for an example, if you click on accounts, I have two ABCDEF names. So if I type here like ABCDEF and run it, how does it know whether it has to update either this ABCD or this ABCD? So for that, if you click one of them, there is an ID that is created for every record. There is an ID that is created and it will be visible over here, or right, it will be visible over here. So to do that, what you have to do is you have to copy this. Okay, go here and pass it like ID colon your value. Okay, now let's try updating this. Instead of ABCDEF, let's try like ABCDEFGHI. Okay, send the request now. Okay, and see if it is success. Yes, it is. Yes, it is saying successful equal to true. And now if you refresh this, instead of ABCD, it should give ABCDEFGH. Okay, can you see the account name is updated? Now if you go back to accounts, you can see ABCDEFGHI. But a quick question here. Okay, a quick question here. How can we, so to get this ID, what I have done is I have clicked on, for example, Apex servers. There I went to URL and then copied the ID and came here. But imagine that we don't have access to Salesforce dashboard in real time. Also, we won't be having Salesforce, the access to dashboard, and we cannot actually go ahead and copy the ID for each record and manage it, correct? So how to get them, how to get those ID values? Then the next connector comes into picture, that is query. Okay, there is a connector called query. Okay, go to your palette, mule palette. If you don't find it, always you can search in palette query. If you type search query, you will have like multiple query objects, but I am going to use this query connector. Okay, in this connector, again, people who are already Salesforce developer, you must be knowing how you must be knowing this query is like Salesforce uses SOQL, that we call. So it is similar to SQL, but this is Salesforce Object QL, and they have their own syntaxes, right? So this is something different from our MySQL syntax. So instead of select star, in Salesforce doesn't accept star. So what I'm doing here is I'm doing like select fields all, so that I can get all the fields from whatever account, like type it is account, if it is account, contact it is contact, and there is always a limit when you're doing a select all. Okay, that it will always be limited to 200 accounts. Okay, now what we can do is, already I have my application up and running. Let me see the listener and see how to get the fields. Okay, Salesforce query is the connector. So let me go back to my postman, go here, yep, and send the request. You can see I am getting the response. Okay, let me keep a breakpoint and see how it comes. What is the type of output type of Salesforce? Send the request again. Okay, so here you are, and then there is no input. I am just hard coding the query here. Okay, and I am using the same connector configuration for everything. You don't have to create new configuration every time. Okay, go next and see the payload. The size is 8, and you can see 53 fields are coming, because each of the account or each of the record type is having like 53 fields by default. Okay, and the output type is Java, and if I try to print Java output, it will be like not visible properly. So I am converting here into JSON, whatever is coming from here, and resume it. Now you can see there are multiple records. For example, take this first one. If I minimize it, 1 2 3, take the first one. So where is our name is MuleSoft. Can you see here? Also, if I search for A B C D E F G H I, this is the record. Okay, this is the name record where I am trying to, earlier trying to update it, and you can see ID field is coming now, right? ID field is coming now, so we are good. So what we will do is, before doing any updates, first you have to query the result, copy these fields, and then update whatever you want. Okay, now in my case, I don't want all these fields. Like, there are too many fields that are there, which I don't want. What I want, one is name. Okay, what I'm doing, you see, go ahead into the query, instead of all fields, like name, comma, ID is really important, because that is where we are trying to update. So ID, comma, then company, if there is company, name, type maybe, or what fields are here, website, right? Let's see if website is there. Yep, website. So I just need these three details. Okay, or I can just go here and water. Okay, I'll just need these three details, so I will go ahead and select only, I want only these three fields. All right, so save it. It will restart. Or you can always stop and debug it. If you are stuck somewhere, if it is not restarting, go, don't wait there, please restart. Okay, there is nothing wrong in stopping and doing it, but when there is a feature of automatically, build automatically, you save it, it will automatically redeploy. But when it is taking too much of time, then please stop it and then rerun it. Okay, my application is deployed. Now if you want to run this, you will see that you will be getting only few fields that you can check in debugger. So you can see only 4 fields coming up, and when you resume, bingo, you are getting only these fields. Okay, now what I can do, I can go ahead, copy all this one because I have ID here, and the other place where we are trying to update connector, place it here. Now what I will try to do is I will try to update everything with Apex Hours. Okay, name as Apex Hours, everything, so that here everything the name will be Apex Hours. And I wanted to show you that you can update one or more records at a time. All right, everything into Apex Hours. All right, so we are good here. Now if you send the request here, it will come to the update connector, resume it. So you can see now there are all of them, like each item there are like, so for each one it will say whether it is successful or not. It is successful, first record is successful. So in this way you can check, so you can minimize it, each item, and check whether it is successful or not. Everything is successful now if I go here and refresh, the name will be changed to Apex Hours. Can you see? So this is how you can update. It's not upset, but can update the records. What is our next connector in our bucket list? It is upsert record, right? So what is this upsert record? Upsert means it will update the existing record if it is present. So let me first delete to I'm not sure if I can delete that. Okay, anyways, what I can do is, yeah, it's fine. So it will update the existing records, and if that record is not present, whatever you are trying to upsert, right, whatever you are trying to upsert, if that is not present, then it will try to add a new create. So it's kind of combination of upsert, combination of update and create. Updation and creation is upsert, like insertion and updation, it's like upsert. Okay, so for that there is a small requirement for upsert. Okay, just like what we did for update, we required a ID field, right? So here observe one more thing. So let me show you my flow first. Upset, I'm using the same thing just like update. Okay, converting it to Java, upsert, and converting it to JSON. You must be seeing one more additional field. So let me open the upsert, how the connector looks like. So upsert here, and click on account, and there is some field that is asking external ID field name. There is a requirement here. Whenever you want to perform some operation called upsert, you need to have a field which is of external ID. Okay, if you go here in one of them, I tried to add one external ID field here. Okay, how to do that? Again, go to object manager, go to account name. If you want to add, can you see the type of external ID? Okay, this is in the bracket, you can see external ID. Earlier it was not there for me. If you go to contacts, for example, excuse me, contact, fields and relationships, right now I don't have anything as called as external ID here. If you want to create one external ID, all that you have to do is click on new. Okay, and select any field, for example like text field you want to create. Next, and field label is nothing but any ID that you want to create. For example, roll number. Okay, roll number is the one that you wanted to use it as external ID, and give the length. And whenever you are adding this, right, you have to select this external ID. Whenever this external ID, right, this is for those. So in real-time projects everything will be set up by Salesforce team, but for your hands-on purpose I am showing you that you need external ID. You need to check this box, by default is unchecked, and click on next. Okay, everything you can keep it as it is, go next and save it. Once you have saved it, you can see that there is a new field called roll number here, and you can see this is external ID. Got it? So in our case, again we have to go to account. I try to create the name itself as external ID here. Okay, For example, now I don't want to pass this external ID field, for example. Okay, so I will just pass this one. You will get an error. You are getting an error saying that missing argument. It is saying external ID underscore underscore c is not specified because it is expecting that. Now what we will do is, I told you right what is upsert. For example, there is no external ID for this value, right? So let's try to give an external ID which is not present at all. Okay, let's say MuleSoft. I'll just give external ID as MuleSoft. If I send the request, you can see it is successful, and if you see, if you refresh, it will be still empty here, because what is happening is it will, so click, if I click on here again, you will be confused like where is MuleSoft, right? Why it is, why ABCDEF is not created here, right? Because I'm using only recently viewed. Please click on all accounts, you will be seeing more accounts. Now this is the ABCD app that I have created, and you can see external ID is MuleSoft, right? Clear? So why it is creating a new account? Because there is no external ID with MuleSoft name already, so it is trying to create a new record here. Now what I will do, I will keep the same external ID as MuleSoft. Now I will change the name to Shravan Lingam, so that my first name will, this one will be changed to Shravan Lingam. Now send the request. Successful is true, which means if you refresh, bingo, Shravan Lingam. So what it is doing now, if I try to give some different, like MuleSoft text zone, send it, it is giving successful equal to true, which means it will not create a new one, rather it will not update a new one, rather it will create a new record again with, so this is recently viewed, go to all accounts. Okay, it is creating one more record. One is like, this one is like MuleSoft text zone, you can see external ID which created just now, and the other one is the MuleSoft one. Okay, so that is the um, behavior of upsert will update the record. So but all that you have to know is, you have to give one external ID field name. You can have more than one external ID field, it's all up to you. You can go here to the fields and relationship, you can go to click on new, add a new field. It can be phone number, it can be date, anything. I will go with text area, and you can give a field label again, like here I don't have roll number, so I can give roll number. Length you can give 550, and please enable it as external ID. Okay, and go to next, save. Okay, I'm just saving it, and I have to see whether roll number is present or not. Yes, this is another external ID. Now see, if I try to remove this external ID, now send the request, it will give a failure. It is saying that external ID underscore c is not specified. Now if I give roll number and pass like 1 2 3 4 5 and send the request, I should be getting a success response. Oh, my bad, it will give an error here because I didn't give a comma, so resume it. So now send it again. Okay, it is saying like no custom field account with roll number and all. Why? This is good. This is how you will learn things, right? You got an error, then I made a mistake, like I chose external ID, but if you choose here, if you just refresh it, or if you don't find them on the drop down list but you know what is the field name, right? So you can always copy this roll number underscore underscore c, and see, it is already refreshed and I got it. But if you don't get it in your drop down list, you can always copy paste from there. Okay, roll number. Now save it and let us wait to deploy. Okay, at a time you can choose only one external ID. That is the case here. Okay, you are learning too many things now in the integration, so again I iterating again and again that you have to do practice so that you will understand more. So far we have covered create, right? Create, update, upsert, query, and we have one more left, that is platform events. So we will see how to do that. It is very simple. So my application is deployed. Now if I run it, let's see if we are not getting error. Okay, it is giving an error saying that roll number account if you are attempting to use blah blah blah. Okay, append, it is asking to append C. I thought I appended C. Okay, let me see in the account. Okay, let me copy this one again, stop the application, go to upsert. Okay, let me select C, save it and run it. These are the minor mistakes, so always try to stop and redeploy if you are facing these kind of errors. And meanwhile, as we have changed this roll number over here, and if you try to refresh this one, you can see a new field added with type roll number. Okay, you should be seeing that somewhere. Not sure if it was added, or I think we need to change one more thing. This is external ready. That's okay. It's deployed. Let's try our luck again. If not, we can check it later. No such column row on entity account. If you are trying to attempt to use custom field, be sure to append underscore. We have seen this already. Okay, let's forget it about now. I have already used like a, oh, here is it like here. Oh, I got it. So it's not the problem with whatever we have selected, it's the problem with this one, whatever field. So I was wrong. You have to pass whenever you're passing here also roll number underscore C. Rest you cannot, rest it is fine to use name type, you don't need underscore C, but only the external ID. Now you see what will happen. This will give a success for sure. Yep, it is success, and it will create a new account because there is no role, because there was never a, you know, field with roll number. So yep, you can see this is created. You should be seeing roll number somewhere. Or if I don't know what is roll number, what I can do is I can change the name here, what is roll number, so that I can know which one got updated, right? Very simple. So let me refresh it. So what is roll number? This is the one which got updated. Yep. So this is all about upset operation. All right. So yes, we have done so covered so far all this. There is one more thing that I wanted to show you is publish platform events. Again, this is not for the beginners, but people who are from Salesforce background, you know what our platform events is. So for that, what you need to do is you have to create a platform event. So this is called how to find platform events. Again, if you go here in the same, you know, accounts, if you don't find them in this dashboard, go to settings, open advanced setup. So this is the place where you can actually, because basically you need to search in the setup. So go to setup, type platform events. Okay, click on platform events. I have created a platform event already, but for you to understand how to create a platform event, again guys, when you are in real-time projects, you don't have to do all this stuff what I'm doing from the Salesforce side. Okay, as a MuleSoft developer, you will get all the requirements from the Salesforce admins or platform teams. Okay, you don't have to do all this stuff, but for you to do hands-on, you have to do so this process. So click on new platform event here, label it like, for me I am using Apex hours. I'll use the same Apex hours. Okay, object, okay, object name I can keep it like this, and I wanted to select this as a deployed state. Click on save. Okay, and now it is asking us to add. So by default you will be having these fields, and if you want to add few more custom fields, all that you can do is click on new, So I will go with text. I'll give the name as company. Okay, length is like 50. Okay, required field, I don't want it as a required field, just save it. Now it will show these are the standard fields and this company is a custom field that we have created, and API name is company underscore underscore C. So this is platform events where you can publish. So for those who don't know how to, so usually the Salesforce developers, how do you usually publish? This is not for the beginners who are not from Salesforce background. This is for the people who are okay. So other people from other backgrounds, you can just ignore my whatever I'm teaching now. But for Salesforce developers, especially for you, what you can do is, you know that there is a workbench here, right, where you try to push the messages. You can push the messages in many ways. So even for those who are new, you can go to workbench.developerforce.com, select this, click on I agree and log in. You have to log in to the workbench. Okay, and here what you can do is there is insert operation here. Click on insert and object type, right? If you drop down, you can see the apex hours that we have created here. Okay, apex hours underscore underscore e stands for event. Okay, in that way we can differentiate what is event, what is custom fields, and what are records. Okay, apex underscore e, and next, go next. Automatically it is showing company underscore underscore c. It is asking to give some value like apex hours and confirm insert. Okay, this is how you can publish a event inside a platform event. But if you want to do that using MuleSoft, I already created a flow, very simple. Again, same dance, application Java, payload, output is JSON. Here there is a connector called publish platform event. So you have to type here. If you type platform event, there is publish platform event. Drag and drop, nothing to do, just keep it as it is. There is a drop down list that is here. Try to refresh this. If you don't know, if it is not updating here in your list, what you can do is you can give this name, like, you know. So how to know that? Go here, right click, go to XML and see how, what is the name that I have given. So this one, MuleSoft events e underscore underscore e. In our case, if it is not refreshing, you can always go to, like, again go to insert apex and apex hours underscore e. This is what we have created, right? Apex hours underscore e, where we have created, yep, API name you have to copy. Go ahead and paste it here in the platform event name. If you go to the message flow, that's where you will see. Okay, if you don't see in the drop down list, okay, right now I am not able to see because I didn't refresh, but don't worry, if it is not coming, just paste. So if it is not clearing, you can just keep backspace. You can type apex hours underscore underscore e. That will help also, or just try to refresh it. It will actually update for you know, if your internet and everything is fine, because it is trying to connect and see what is there. But for now, what I can do is I will copy this apex hours underscore underscore e, right click on this, go to the XML, that will take you to this 108th line here, and this is where you need to update your thing. Go here, go to message flow, and you can stop the application again and run it. Okay, this is where you have to do the configurations and all. So if you go here, okay, apex hours underscore e, just type payload because we are converting that payload event, right? Let me debug it and see if this is debugging it properly. If not, I will show you. It will take time to refresh. If not, I can choose the MuleSoft and show you. Meanwhile, I will show you the MuleSoft platform event that I have created similar to apex hours. This is MuleSoft events underscore underscore e, and I added something like customer name. Okay, let's see if it is actually deploying or not. And meanwhile, let's create our postman collection. So events, so I created a publish platform events. Go to body. Okay, I am trying to, because this is customer name underscore underscore c, you need to mention the API field name here, not customer name directly. Okay, that is very important. and you can pass like in a array of JSON. All right, apex hours. And we cannot view that in the dashboard whether it is published or not. All that you can do is you have to subscribe to that platform event and see whether you are able to retrieve it or not. That I will show you in some time, because this is like publishing events, pub sub. So this pattern now is called publishing and subscribing event based events, pub sub pattern. So we are discussing about Salesforce patterns, isn't it? So all these are like different patterns. Patterns are nothing but you will name that particular scenario with a name according to the flow that you have created. So in this case it will be subscribe and publish. My application is deployed properly, so no errors. So what I will try to do is, instead of passing the MuleSoft ones, company __ C, I will copy this, I will pass this. Okay, let's see if you are getting success response or not. So here I am, go next. Bingo, I got a success response because I can see here. So this is the object, you cannot see it properly, so I'm converting it to JSON. See, success equal to true, and there is ID already created. What I tried to do is earlier, like copy this, go to my Salesforce somewhere in the recorder, where usually what I do is go to this one of this is accounts which has nothing to do with platform events. What I used to do is, as this is an ID, I just pasted, and I observed one interesting thing. It is directly taking you to your platform event here directly. I didn't do anything, I didn't modify it, but based upon the ID itself, it was so smart that it is redirecting to this one. Okay, and it is asking to view this item in Lightning Experience API. We don't require that for now, but I just wanted to show that this is how you can publish the events. That's cool, fine, you are publishing the platform events. How to subscribe it, that is important, right? So I have commented out, so I will uncomment it. To subscribe, yesterday we have seen like on modify object, right? I just commented out. Okay, on modify object means whenever there is a object that is modified, here it is trying to listen and inserting in the database. Similarly, whenever someone is publishing the platform events, we are good to listen to that one. So subscribe channel listener is the place where you have to listen to your. So I'll stop the application, I'll show you. So for platform events, if you want to subscribe, it's like publishing we have seen, but who wants to subscribe? If you are publishing for a reason, there is some other person who will be listening to it, right? Usually what we will do is we will publish this in one application and we will listen to that in another application. Okay, so for that you have to use subscribe channel listener. I already have dragged and dropped. Okay, open that. Very simple. Again, this you can't find in proper documentations and all. Okay, the drop down list is also not visible for me. So what I have done is, when I googled, this is how you need to pass event / event MuleSoft events. Let me copy this into our here. So platform events, subscribe events, you need to pass like events, and this is your event name. Okay, event name. If it now in our case it is apex hours, so you have to pass like this. Okay, now I will copy this one, I will try to listen. So what will happen is, once our application is deployed, this particular channel subscribe keep listening to Salesforce and see if there is any record that is created. Okay, I'll show you in two ways how it will listen. One is I will pass through Salesforce workbench here. Okay, apex hours, go next. Okay, I will give like MuleSoft text zone. I won't run it now. Once the application is deployed, okay, I will insert it so that your application will be triggered here. That is the beauty of this subscription. Let's wait for this application to be deployed. Yep, my application is deployed, and what I am doing here, you can see I am not running any postman because this is not HTTP requester, this is like a channel. So here I am publishing confirm insert. you got a success response here, and you can see the Salesforce ID is this. You can see automatically it is triggered, and you can see the data that is coming from here. Okay, replay ID and all, it will give the details. Okay, it is giving a value with 3 different values and all. So I am just logging it here so that it will be visible for you properly. Go to console. Can you see MuleSoft text zone company value? Yep, bingo. So this is how you can subscribe when someone is publishing a message. That is where you will subscribe. Even to just confirm that this one, right? You can get the record next. So here you can see that there will be the same record. Okay, right? So this is how you will. So again, I will do one more insert here. Next, I'll say like Apex MuleSoft, confirm insert. My application will be triggered again. Yes, it is because it keeps on listening to that particular to this channel. So whenever there is a new payload, it will trigger, and you can see Apex MuleSoft. Okay, this is one way. There is another way also, because we have created another platform event here. Okay, we are publishing it immediately. We can consume there. So see here, A B C D E F G H. Now I am publishing this. Click on send. Here, as soon as now I will not even wait here. You can see automatically this flow will be triggered. Okay, because once this is published, see automatically it is triggering without sending it, because here we are publishing and here we are subscribing. And if you see in the logs here, A B C D E F G H. So this is how you can actually publish the platform events and subscribe the platform events. All right, so guys, one more important thing as we are ending this session of Salesforce integration, I wanted to tell you is there are number of connectors that you can try it out. We cannot show all of them in the beginners level sessions, so please try. We have seen like multiple: create, update, upsert, query, publish to platform, subscribe to platform, on modified. We have seen so many examples. All that you need to do is you can try it out more other more connectors over here, so that you will get some hands-on experience. Again, Salesforce, this is not only where we can just try to use the connectors and connect to Salesforce. If there are Salesforce APIs, if there are REST APIs that you have created, you can always use HTTP requested to connect to Salesforce, just like how we did in our initial sessions where we connected to weather API. It is the same process. Give the method name, URL, body, etc. You will connect to Salesforce. All right. So far we have covered, so far as in like if I go here, we have covered, if I add these two as well into our summary. So far we have covered all these kind of Salesforce operations, and yep, that's all with the Salesforce integration with MuleSoft. So we will continue our development part in our coming sessions. Hope you like this session. Please don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms with Apex servers, and you can always reach out to me on MuleSoft Tech Zone. This is my YouTube channel, and see you in our next session. Thank you.